Hi, Susan Modest here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about two things that you need that are outside of the systems that I've been showing you. But you're going to need that to invest in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin generally, as well as to partner with me in any of the opportunities that I've been showing. So the first one, and the question that I get most often is, where do I even start getting Bitcoin? Where does a person get a Bitcoin? And the answer to that is from something that's called an exchange. That is the most common way for a person to get Bitcoin. And so an exchange is just like it sounds. It's almost like when you're traveling to a foreign country and you know that you have to exchange your currency for the currency from that country, that you would visit, in some cases, a bank, but some place where you can exchange the currency. So the same is true for cryptocurrency and the fiat currency that we're used to, the dollars, the euros, the pesos, etc. So one of the most common exchanges, especially in the United States and Canada, that you'll hear people talk about is called Coinbase. Now, I will be upfront with you, Coinbase is not my favorite exchange to use, and it's also even more so not my favorite wallet to use. So Coinbase itself it does both things. It serves as an exchange and a wallet. And I'll get into what a wallet is in a bit, but this is like Bitcoin 101 that I'm going through right now. So just think in terms of, where do I get Bitcoin? It's from something called an exchange. Now, I'm going to advise you to look this up when you get ready to make your decision and you get ready to move forward with the opportunities with me, is that you look it up and see what you're most comfortable with, because there are local Bitcoin ATMs for a lot of people. Especially if you're in the United States and Canada, the chances are pretty high that there's a Bitcoin ATM someplace around you. 74% of the Bitcoin ATMs in the world are actually found in the United States and Canada. But then it's international as well. So you could do it that way. That's something for you to look up. There's also a service called Local Bitcoins, and that's like a person to person. It's still an exchange, but from a person to a person. Then there are organizations online, or businesses, corporations, that also serve as exchanges. And so Coinbase is the most common one. So actually, let me share my screen with you and to kind of just show you. So I'm going to put a link to Coinbase. It's going to be my link. I'm just letting you know that. I'm going to put that link so that if you decide that Coinbase is something that you want to do, just because of the fact that it's very well known, it has a reputation of being reliable, and those are some of the kind of things that you're probably going to be looking for, then the link is going to be there for you to use below this video. Again, and maybe I'll make a whole new video as to why this is not my favorite exchange or wallet to use, but it serves its purpose, especially for buying and selling. It's just my problem with it, so to speak, is the fact that they have a lot of restrictions. And I just don't think that any agency should be able to have restrictions on our money, our currency of any sort. So that's more probably philosophical on my part, but they do have a lot of restrictions. So make sure you read their fine print if you choose to use them as a wallet. As an exchange to buy and sell, pretty straightforward. Now, another one that I like and that I use, and people who work with me have used, is Coinmama. I know, strange name, not the fanciest sounding name, but it works and it's very reliable. And so I will also put a link for this below this video. Again, do your research, see if there's another way that you would prefer. There's other services even online, like one is Uphold that I really like, and then there are some that would allow you to use PayPal, and but do your research. These are the two I'm familiar with, and for that reason, those are the two that I am going to have a link for at the bottom of this video. Feel free to use that to get your Bitcoin, to get started with me, and also for holding, for rising values of the Bitcoin. Now, let me stop sharing for a second so that we can look in each other's eyes while I talk. So the other thing that you're going to need, so now you've gone to the exchange, you've gotten some Bitcoin, and you're going to need next a place to store that Bitcoin, especially if you're not going to use Coinbase as a wallet, as I explained. So think about getting the Bitcoin from an exchange, storing it in a wallet, okay? So what I use, and I use actually the app version so that I can have it on my phone, is BitPay. There is a desktop version if you're a desktop type person, but I think that most people nowadays do everything on their phone. So there's an app for that. So definitely consider this one, and it's going to be just Bitcoin that's stored here, but it's so easy, and I like it because it's super user friendly. And there's even a BitPay card that you can get, a debit card that has a Visa logo, so that you can use it at any store that accepts Visa, online or anywhere, any place that accepts Visa. You'll be able to use the Bitcoin that you're starting to store in there. Now, down the road, we'll talk more about this, but if you have a choice between spending fiat currency and spending Bitcoin, I would recommend that you spend the fiat currency, that's your regular dollars, because again, part of the reason why you're earning this Bitcoin is so that you can hold for rising values that are anticipated to be 5 and 6 figures not too long from here. So consider that, but that will be part of your learning process. The other wallet that I'll talk about today is Exodus, and this is especially good if you decided that you want to have other coins, or even buy and hold some other coins other than Bitcoin. Like for example, Ethereum and Litecoin. Those are some popular ones aside from Bitcoin. You can store it here. You can store all of them here in Exodus. Now this particular wallet is just desktop. That's probably the only limitation that I can think of with it. There's another one that's called Jaxx, Jaxx. I have not personally used Jaxx, but I've heard good things about it, and that one is mobile and can store more than just the Bitcoin. But if you want to keep it super easy, get your Bitcoin from an exchange and use BitPay if you're in the United States and Canada. They are expanding, but not too sure into what countries. Now, what I have found, for if you're watching this and you're not in the United States or Canada, I've heard good things about the blockchain wallet. And yes, blockchain, like the technology that Bitcoin even was built on, it's the same name, but it's the wallet instead of the actual platform of technology. So if you're outside of the United States, look that one up, okay? So hopefully this was helpful to you. The things that you're going to need: an exchange and a wallet. I will put my recommendations below this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it below this video, or even better yet, I will also put a link to my Facebook group where you can get tips, general tips on business, on online marketing, as well as specific to Bitcoin and to these opportunities. And you'll also be able to have a better dialogue and communication with me. You can even send me a message if you have any questions. I'm looking forward to working with you and to partnering with you on these opportunities. And definitely take a look at my other videos if you haven't seen it. But I'm also going to include a link to the system that I showed in my other videos for earning Bitcoin. All right, best 2 ways that I have found for earning Bitcoin, and I'm going to share it below this video. So looking forward to talking, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.